Hey guys, welcome to ANS Solver. Okay, so today we'll be learning the concept of the modulus function, which is a subtopic in the chapter Algebra P2. Okay, what is the meaning of a modulus function? The modulus function basically gives the absolute value. Okay, the absolute value. Okay, what does this mean? Let's say if I take a negative number, let's say negative 5, and I mod it. The answer or the value which I'll get is basically positive 5. So this function basically gives the positive answer. Let's say if I write mod of negative 10, okay, my answer will be positive 10. Okay, if I write the mod of positive 4, then I'll just get 4. If I write the mod of negative 3, I'll get 3. Understood? Basically, it gives the positive value. Got it? Now, let's say if I write something like mod of x equals to 5, then what are the values of x? Okay? So basically, you need to know that this can be written as x equals to positive 5 and x equals to negative 5. Correct? This is what you need to know. Okay? Now using this concept, what if I write something like 2x, the mod of 2x minus 5, which is equal to 9. How do I solve something like this? Really simple. Use the same logic. Write this as 2x minus 5, which is equal to positive 9, and write 2x minus 5, which is equal to negative 9. Now the first possibility, you can write this as 2x equals to 9 plus 5, where you can write this as 2x equals to 14. So you get your x basically as 14 over 2, which gives me your x as 7. Now I can write this as 2x equals to negative 9 plus 5, and I can write this as 2x equals to negative 4, which gives me my x as negative 4 over 2. So I get my x basically as minus 2. Correct? So these are basically the possible values for x. Okay? I use the same logic. Now let's do another sum of this type. Let's say I write 3x plus 8 mod is equal to 12. Okay, if you know, because we've done the sum like this before, you can pause the video and try this. If not, I'll solve it for you. So you can write this as 3x plus 8, which is equal to positive 12. And I can write this as 3x plus 8 equals to negative 12. Correct? So I can simply write this as 3x equals to 12 minus 8. Correct? Which gives me my 3x basically as, what is 12 minus 8? It's simply 4. So I get my x basically as 4 over 3. And here I simply get 3x equals to minus 12 minus 8. So I get my 3x basically as minus 20. So I get my x basically as minus 20 divided by 3. Correct? So these are basically the possible values for x. Correct? Now, let's do another type of sum. Let me give you another example here. What if I write something like the mod of 2x minus 1, okay, is equal to the mod of 4x minus 3. Here the difference is that there's mod on both the sides, okay, and you need to make sure that the sign in the middle is equal to, okay, everywhere. Because if it's an inequality, the approach is different, which we'll do in the later videos. Okay, and if it's equal to, then you can follow this approach. Okay, now coming back, what if there are mods on both the sides? The approach is still the same. What you need to do is you can write this as 2x minus 1, which is equal to positive 4x minus 3. Okay, And you can write this as 2x, sorry, you can simply write this as 2x minus 1 equals to negative 4x minus 3. Correct? Make the two possibilities again. It's the same thing when you have mod on both the sides. Now you can simply solve this and write this as 2x minus 1, which is equal to 4x minus 3. Agreed? Now you can rearrange, keep the constants together, keep the x's together. So you can write this as 3 minus 1, which is equal to 4x minus 2x. Correct? Now 3 minus 1 basically gives me 2. 4x minus 2x gives me 2x. So I get my x basically as 2 over 2. Correct? Which gives me my x as 1. Correct? In the same way I can solve this. So I get 2x minus 1, which is equal to minus 4x plus 3. And now I can write this as 2x plus 4x, which is equal to 3 plus 1. Okay, so I can write this as 6x equals to 4, which gives me my x as 4 over 6. So I get my x basically as 2 over 3. So these are basically the two possible values for x. Okay, so this was the concept. Now let's do some past paper examples so that you know how to apply this concept. Okay, so let's do 2019 October-November paper 22 question 2-1. So we need to solve the equation the mod of 4x plus 5 equals to the mod of x minus 7. If you know this concept, you can pause the video and then try. If you don't, I'll solve it. So here I can write this as 4x plus 5 mod, which is equal to x minus 7. Writing the question down again. Now I know I can write this as 4x plus 5, which is equal to positive x minus 7. Correct? And I can write this as 4x plus 5, which is equal to negative x minus 7. So now I can simply write this as 4x plus 5 equals to x minus 7. And I can write this as 4x minus x equals to minus 7 minus 5. Now this can be written as 3x equals to minus 12. So I can write my x basically as minus 12 over 3. Correct? So this gives me my x basically as negative 4. Got it? Now here I can simply write this as 4x plus 5, which is equal to minus x plus 7 when I take the negative inside the bracket. So I can write this as 4x plus x, which is equal to 7 minus 5, which can be written as 5x equals to 2. So I can write my x basically as 2 over 5. Got it? So these are basically the two possible values for x, and this is your final answer. So you straight away get 3 marks. Got it? Simple approach, simple implementation of the concept. Now the second past paper example. So this is 2019 Feb-March paper 22. And this is the second question. So given that x satisfies the equation the mod of 2x plus 3 mod, which is equal to the mod of 2x minus 1. We need to find the value of the mod of 4x minus 3 minus the mod of 6x. Okay, so first let's discuss the approach of this question. So what you need to do is, basically you have the modulus equation here. So you can simply solve this and you can get the value of x. Once you get the value of x, you can simply substitute it in this equation here. So first, write the modulus equation, which is the mod of 2x plus 3, which is equal to the mod of 2x minus 1. Correct? So now I know I can simply write this as 2x plus 3, which is equal to positive 2x minus 1. And I can write this as 2x plus 3, which is equal to negative 2x minus 1. So I can simply write this as 2x plus 3, which is equal to 2x minus 1, which can be rearranged and written as 2x minus 2x, which is equal to minus 3 minus 1. Now 2x minus 2x gives me 0, which is equal to minus 4. That means to get the value of x is not possible. That means getting the value of x from this approach, okay, is cancelled out. Okay, now let's look at the second approach. Okay, so I'll basically get 2x plus 3, which is equal to minus 2x plus 1. So I can simply write this as 2x plus 2x, which is equal to 1 minus 3, which is basically 4x, which is basically equal to 1 minus 3, which is minus 2. So I get my x basically as minus 2 over 4. So I get my x basically as negative half. Correct? This is the value of x which I get. And I know this is the only possible value because this approach was not possible. Now, once I have the value of x, I have my equation, which is basically the mod of 4x minus 3 minus the mod of 6x. Correct? This is what I simply have. So now I can simply substitute this value of x, which is simply 4 into minus half minus 3, correct, mod, minus 6 into minus half. Correct? This is what I basically have. So I can write this as 2 ones are, 2 twos are. Now I do 2 into minus 1, which basically gives me minus 2. Then I get minus 3 mod, minus, here I get 2 ones are, 3s are. So I simply get the mod of negative 3, because 3 into negative 1 is negative 3. Now I can simply write this as the mod of negative 5 minus the mod of negative 3. Now as you know, the mod gives the absolute value. So the mod of negative 5 is basically 5 minus the mod of negative 3 is 3. So 5 minus 3 basically gives me 2, which is the final answer of this question. Okay, so this is basically the concept of modulus function. I hope you enjoyed this video. You learned a lot. Okay, so please, move on to the next video to learn new concepts. Thank you very much.